wow. People wey suppose talk true to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Ingo touchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. This man not the off in mind, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Aha. Na imu na don.
Thank you. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun Live. Thank you.
Maiyegun diary Politico. Godfatherism. Kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun diary. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹ́gọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ dódódódó.
Yeah, please share the broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends. Tell them that Maiyegun today. Tonight, I want to talk, or should I say I want to teach one or two things that I think I should share with you on this self-determination, independence, agitation and all that going on. Why we should all be prepared for a long trip rather than every day, like some would make it seem on social media, as if to say, the reason why we have not gotten the Oduduwa Republic, the reason why we have not gotten the Biafra is because some people or someone is expected to make the pronouncements and boom, Oduduwa Republic will just come to be. Boom, Biafra will just come to be. I think we should, all right, guide our expectation. So if you have the time, yeah, share the video. Join me tonight.
ayé Suraki. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ Suraki. Ayé Suraki.
Thank you. So today, when you read the news, you will read about the extraordinary rendition, which simply means the kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, simply because he's asking for Biafra. If you read the news today as well, you also see the news about Oloye Sunday Igbo being, detained at the Benin Republic without a trial, all because he asked the Yorubas, us, to stand up and defend ourselves, our land, against these state-sponsored terrorists. But when you look generally in the country itself, you will realize that the Biafrans who have been subjected to profiling, Nnamdi Kanu who has been subjected to torture and illegal detention, is an Igbo man, among other Biafrans who have suffered the same persecution. Yet in that same Nigeria, you have people who walk about boldly, claiming to be representing and speaking for Igbo people. Yet, Nnamdi Kanu, Biafra is not their priority. And I'll still come to that. Same thing in Yoruba land. All of the vices, the imbalance, the the state-sponsored terrorism that has now incapacitated us, that we couldn't fight. I mean, we couldn't defend ourselves. If we try, we will be considered the terrorists or as terrorists by the government. We also have leaders. We have people who also parade themselves, walk about as leaders of Yoruba land, representatives of the Yoruba land. Then we have those who also believe them, that they are representing the Yoruba people, they are representing the Igbo people, as well as those who also believe that their own leaders are representing the northern Nigeria and the people of Middle Belt. Just as you have these people, so you have other Nigerians who believe in them. Then we are now in the middle. The people who can no longer put up with the imbalance, with the injustice, with the impunity, yeah, and the corruption that Nigeria has come to represent. And everyone that should be speaking for us have decided to speak against us. They speak for Nigeria, not the people that sent them or the people they claim to represent. So we are now left in the middle. So that means if we want to make now here it is, right? For those of us who believe that things must be done differently, the question we haven't asked ourselves, is this: to be done differently by who? The people who claim to represent us, but indeed are actually in everything that we have seen so far, right? They have worked against the interest of the same people they were supposed to speak out for. And I'm going to give you examples of that. Now, we expect them to turn a new leaf and do what we that believe that Nigeria is not working should either break up or restructured. So we either expect those who made this, who brought us to this stage, to make the difference, to change it, or we don't know what we are talking about. Because it is either we want that changed, we want to do a republic. With them, we have to start from those who don't want to do a republic, even though they are Oduduwans. They are Yorubas. Maybe I'm going too fast for you. Let me slow down. We have some of us who believe that if things were done rightly, those that should be standing up out there talking about the Yoruba self-determination, Yoruba self-governance. They are supposed to be those who parade themselves as, Yoruba politicians, Igbo politicians, Ijo politicians, and the rest of them. They are those who were supposed to use the imbalance, the injustice in the system called Nigeria to now say, well, according to my people, if we can't have this or have that, we will rather team up with these people, that people there, and become our own independence country. They were supposed to be doing it. But if you look at it very well, practically, they are indeed the people against the division, the breaking up of Nigeria, because Nigeria has become turn by turn Nigeria Limited. Everybody is waiting for his own turn, right? To do the same thing or even worse than whatever brought us to this level. Nigeria is not working. Many people agree. Then what should be done? That was where the disagreement comes in, because the ideas of what should be done differs. So some of us who now believe that if we really want to save our people, then the best thing is to leave Nigeria, right? Then we should not either expect those who brought us to this level or those who are benefiting from it, Yorubas, Igbos, who are benefiting from the rot, yeah? We should not expect them to give us that change. No, they won't. They won't change what they are benefiting from. At the same time, we should stop having that mentality of maybe some people or someone needs to make a pronouncement. December 31st, we are going to declare Biafran Republic. That is so ordinary. And I'll tell you why. Because you see, those who are going to, when you say we are going to have, for example, we are going to have Oduduwa Republic declared on the 31st of December 2021, immediately, the first set of people that are going to clamp you down are not going to be the Fulanis. They are not going to be the Igbos. They are going to be the Yorubas. The same people who looked away when Boko Haram and gang pillaged Nigeria to this level, dragged the entire Nigeria to the level of this poverty, indebtedness, and terrorism. Those who sat back and spoke and defend Nigeria instead of speaking up for their people that are falling into poverty every now and then, the underdevelopment. No, they catched in on it. They will be the first to put in together, right? The force to find you and crush you. Remember, they speak your language. They are the same people like you. Because they are the first set of people who are against the conversation around breaking up of Nigeria. So if you have to get so carried away with the social media gladiators, right? People blaming themselves, fighting, and in fact, I was told 2 days ago that there was even a coup within Ilana Omo Oodua, our own Yoruba nation umbrella body. Even within some people, they said there was coup. You know what I mean? Because when you look at what the impression on social media, when it comes to this self-determination, you will think it is just somebody somewhere. Oh, let's go and hold down those our obas. It is those our obas that are holding us. Let's hold them. Who is going to hold them? When you hold them, when you put all of them in one place, would you declare Oduduwa Republic after that, or would you declare Biafran Republic after that? Of course you won't. And even if you declare the Republic after that, it won't hold. Because there are many other factors that actually makes a country a country. Independence, by the way. Somebody said, Maiyegun, when people say it's only war that will actually resolve Nigeria issue, and I said, oh, maybe, but have you also considered that after the whole fight, after the killings, the shelling, the ceasefire, you are all going to come back to that same table to present your conditions for peace? So which means you are going to end up on that same table to say, we want to leave. Oh, if we want to stay, these are the conditions. So even with war, you are still going to what? Sit around the table for peace. Some said maybe that will bring some respect. And I'm like, if I have to believe my brothers and sisters on social media, yeah, honestly speaking, right, you will believe that within the next, if somebody cannot just please help us declare Biafra Republic in the next 1 month, there are men, there are fighters, they will crush Nigeria within 48 hours. If I have to believe my brothers on social media, right, I'm going to be actually getting ready for a new public, a new country. But that is actually not the reality. Yeah, you do? Okay, what's the reality? What is practicable? Somebody said, infiltrating the system itself is another means of breaking the rank. The first one starts from strengthening the organizations that have stood test of time to propagate and explain reasons why Nigeria cannot continue the way it has been run as we speak. Strengthen them. Now, let the people actually know why they want to. They should be asking for the rearrangement and breakup of Nigeria. Why? If you go out there on the streets now, the most things that the Nigerian media has done to the self-determination campaign or campaigns over the years is to demonize them and single out individuals, single out personalities from the old campaign and then, whitewash them and destroy them in their media. Therefore, if you go out now and you say, look at what Nigeria is today. Our supposed governors, senators, rep members, they are there in a National Executive Council meeting. They are there in their National Assembly conversation, and they saw how much the people of Yoruba land are contributing to what is today's Nigeria and how much they are getting back, and they watch Nigeria, divided the money in a way that they come back empty-handed, while they pacify the people and tell them to hold on and hope on. So some said, how about having a way of infiltrating that same rank? So when you have people who are supposed to speak for you, but they are there speaking up almost against you, then you deserve, possibly, we deserve then to begin to find a means of either infiltrating them by letting the people know that those who claim to represent them, those they are likely going to see again and again as the system continue to present them as their representatives. When the people begin to see them differently, genuinely, and begin to reject them, right? Begin to whittle down that power. And that is the job. That's actually the groundwork of self-determination. And I'll give you an example. Here in Scotland, right? Over the years, for years, donkey years, decades, the people of Scotland, as part of the United Kingdom, yeah, they've always complained of the marginalization as a second fiddle to the United Kingdom government arrangement, and they felt like they deserved more. But they had no political power. They had no, and if you don't have political power, you have no power, sincerely. You need to have either political power or military power or both. But most of the time, if you have the people's power, you are likely to have it all. What did the people of Scotland do? Way back in the 40s, right? They started their own movement by telling people right here in Scotland, telling them why they should no longer believe the bigger parties are, this bigger Westminster party. Just like you can go out there as a Yoruba man and tell everybody on the street why they should never believe in this fraudulent bigger parties, PDP, APC. Guess what? Back in the days, those who claim to be senior members of the same Labour Party, Conservatives and all of that in the UK, many of them are from Scotland. But when it comes to what the Scottish people considered as the negotiation table about how should the affairs of the people of this kingdom be managed, those who represent them from Scotland, because they belong to the bigger party, under their party constitution and all of that, right? They always put Scotland behind every other plan. But over time, Scottish people began to know that indeed, even though they are represented by Scots in government, they were never representing them until 1990, when an average Scot believed that except they change or take over their own destiny, they will never be out of poverty. And that changed when the generation that could seize power decided to take over political power in Scotland. Now, somebody might think, Maiyegun, are you telling us to go into politics? No, I am giving you ways to self-determination, to independence, as it is done in the modern day time. This is how it's done. And I would be so happy if somebody can actually, please teach me or tell us any country that you know right now that became country through pronouncement of the people. Like, if you have any, the answer is none. The new countries you have in the world today, right, is the Southern Sudan. South Sudan, the new country who fought war with the main Sudan for years, a civil war. They ended up on the negotiation table, which eventually led to the creation of South Sudan. Pronouncements. Our neighbor, the Ambazonians, the Southern Cameroonians, yeah, they have been at loggerhead, more like a civil war, a guerrilla warfare with the federal, with the Cameroonian forces for months, for years now. Pronouncements don't create countries. Yes, there will be war, there will be civil war if pronouncements are made by those who are really ready. And when I say pronouncements, it means that when you pronounce and say, let me give you another example before I come back to Scotland. When Chief Odumegwu Ojukwu was going to declare Biafra in 1967, there were processes, a long one. One of those meetings of, we need to talk, we need to discuss, we need to iron out our differences, we need to, define our breakup and the rest of that. Despite tens of hundreds of meetings they had in Nigeria, they still took the same meeting to Aburi in Ghana. Right? Do you know why Ojukwu was able to do that? He had the political power. He had the military power. He was in a vantage position to negotiate. That's why I said, you see those people, even though they may not have military power, they choose not to. You see those who claim to be governors in southern Nigeria, right? They have the political power, but they don't have the political will to push it. So what happened? Ojukwu was in a very vantage position, a position where you can negotiate for anything. And if if your terms and conditions are not met, yes, you can go to war. And to war, they went. Right? So if I want to believe, now back to Scotland. So politically, Scotland, UK, Nigeria, southern Nigeria, you can't compare. But at the same time, we can. It starts with the people. It starts with people who want something. And then an organized group that will coordinate that want and turn it into a strong, real political force that can then give us the real will. Where, for example, if you have over 200 members of their National Assembly who are pro-Oduduwa Republic, pro-Biafra, do you think if you have over 200 of them like that, if they lead a protest, 200 National Assembly members plus their senators, and you have 6 state governors who are pro-Yoruba Nation, pro-Biafra, do you think if they lead a massive rally, a massive protest demanding for the freedom of the South, do you think the government of Nigeria would be so bold enough to send their fighter jet to go and bomb them, or their soldiers to go and shoot and kill them? Do you think so? Maybe not. So that takes us, you see, that's the stage, that's the stage the journey can still take us. We start from what the energy that we put into it on social media, to take it further off that social media, let the people want it. When you talk to them that, what do you think about Yoruba Nation and all of that? They will tell you they don't even know those behind it, or they don't trust those behind it. They give you one excuse or the other, and they will tell you that what's going to be different. Now, that is the job of those who want to see that happen. Advocacy that is grounded in the grassroots, genuinely. That's why I respect the IPOB a lot. When I saw their grassroots membership, it got to a point whereby, you know, they are ready. But the bridge that hasn't been broken is that those who hold the political power, those who hold the negotiation power, they are negotiating against the interest of the Biafrans because they believe they could be protected by Nigeria. Now, a pronouncement will make that go away. There should be other way around it. There should be. You see, Nigeria is forged through the furnace of blood and fire. To break it and break it up completely, it has to come from the people. America will ignore, UK will ignore whatever they are doing to us right there in Nigeria. No, they will ignore. All our complaints, they will ignore them. But there's something they won't be able to ignore. And that is, if you have an organization that can say, we want 1 million people out on the streets of southern Nigeria, 1 million people, or we want 10 million people out all over southern Nigeria. If you have an organization that can put that off, then they can force the hand of those who have the political will to speak for us, but they choose not to because they are never to, they are never going to speak for us. They would rather team up with those that are going to kill us. Now, if you strengthen organizations and you have organizations that are not seeing themselves as rivals, but as comrades who want to rescue the people, this is not you going into election now. This is not you going into who should we go and vote for? No, that's different now. When people want it, we want a different country. We don't want to be part of this rigged, rotten Nigeria anymore. If they want it, and you have a well-oiled, financed organizations that can say, tomorrow, on Friday, we want 10 million people of our member all over southern Nigeria to occupy everywhere. And if you say southern Nigeria with 17 states, yeah, at least if you have 2 million in Lagos, 1 million in Ogun, 2 million in Ibadan, 1 million, and you scatter them all over. 1 million people out in the Ebonyi, 1 million in Enugu, 1 million here and there. Lock everywhere down. Politicians will have to call emergency meeting. They will have to ask, what are the demands of this whole thing? The whole world will have to bring all the world media that are ignoring Nigeria. They will have to now pay attention. Just same thing you have seen all over the world. You see all those protests you see all over the world. Oh, look at all the Venezuelans. They came out. Millions of people for 2 weeks. They don't just come out. Those are results of people who could do the groundwork and tell people why it is important to take their destiny into their hand, right? For those who will make a difference, for those who will continue to tell you to go and pray, because that's what they will tell you, and they are preparing you for another election now, another election in 2023, doing the same thing again and again, then expecting a different result. So if you have people, if we are like all these organizations we have, Ilanomo Odua, IPOB, Yoruba Global Directorate, and so many other organizations who are telling people why. If we have them, including the Revolution Now, Core, if you have them to the point whereby they are like this, they can stage a political upheaval that can change the direction of all this madness going on. Buhari said he's looking for political solution that he might probably consider releasing Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally, right? The court won't release Nnamdi Kanu. So Buhari will say he wants to give him presidential pardon. And you don't give presidential pardon to somebody that is not convicted of any crime. So last, we just have to release him. Yeah? So this is the kind of strength that is, the people's power that is bigger, yeah, than gone, bigger than the people in power. So my point here is this. If we are talking about breaking up of a country, the process starts from conversation, pressure first, which is what we are doing now. And they are reacting to it. They are reacting because they don't want Nigeria to break. That is the right thing for them to do. They will react. But the violent part of it is what makes it criminal for them to be criminalizing self-determination agitation. But when more people, students, some of you who are currently in school, somehow, when they tell you about the breakup of Nigeria or the conversation around it, you are mostly alarmed. So if we break up Nigeria, now who is going to be the leader of the Yoruba country? Who are the people who are going to be there? What happened to the minority? That is why the conversation is necessary, because you will reject it because you don't understand it. But yet, Nigeria has no plan for you. Look at those who have done it before you, those who graduated before you, right? Look at them. Look at yourself, and look at that Nigeria of today, and tell me what makes your case a possible difference to theirs when you finally graduate. It's going to be the same thing. Now, you stand a chance of having your own destiny in your own hand if you understand what it can be, that you can be an architect, you can be part and parcel of that same future that you want to feature in. Guess what? If you don't give a room for that conversation, that dialogue, if you are so blinded and blindsided, so block-headed about, no, is it going to be Sunday Igbo that will not be president of the Yoruba nation? That is being cocky. That is just being somehow, because you know it. That you will be part of it only if you know the type of country you want to have. The current one is not working for you. It won't. So the point there is that a journey of independence is not going to be the pronouncement of anybody. And I wish many of you who are actually fighting yourselves, abusing yourselves, attacking yourselves, suspecting yourselves on social media, I wish you can actually tone it down. I wish. A journey for independence, can be a lifetime journey. To untangle this whole thing, you must break into that place. You must begin to have that mentality. Because the long haul of this whole thing is that one day it will get to a stage whereby it will no longer be a crime for you to put on a shirt and say, I am a Biafran. I'm voting yes for Biafra. That you will paint your cars. You will put up posters. You will be driving everywhere telling people to vote yes for Biafra, yes for Biafra, because the journey has taken us to that point where we are now campaigning for referendum. Referendum is not going to be a pronouncement too. Do you know that? Some said people can come together and conduct their referendum and the result can be forwarded to the United Nations, and then if the people vote yes, and that is it. I said, can you give me one country who did that? Or you have just read too much on social media that you begin to believe in your own world. Of course, people will need to do their referendum at some point. But in Nigeria of today, you can do your referendum, you can conduct, you can vote and all of that. That will amount to nothing. United Nations will never break a country out of Nigeria for anybody. Don't let anybody lie to you on that. But yes, United Nations will be involved when the conversation gets to the point of constitutional conference, referendum, and breakup. Yes. America won't break up Nigeria for you. UK won't break up Nigeria for you. But will they ever be involved? Of course, at some point, they will get involved when the people are ready to break the country up completely. Yeah. But you have to break in. I've given you 2 ways we can break in. The first one is use the people, people's power, which is bigger than people in power. Let people want it. Nnamdi Kanu knows how many Biafrans that are ready to hit the streets if he call them out tomorrow. But Nnamdi Kanu also knows that the first set of people that will start shooting and killing them, they are not going to be Fulanis. They are going to be the same Igbo brothers and sisters who are going to what? To try to shoot them down. You know why? Because those who have the political will in Igbo land, they have a different negotiation. They have a different kind of view. So Nnamdi Kanu will never shut down Igbo land for them without a fight. Even when people sit at home, you see what they are doing? They still go in there and kill them. So Nnamdi Kanu knows that. And maybe that is why he never called out that mass call that many of us, many of our people on social media have been bragging about. We are just waiting for our leader to call. We're just waiting for our leader to call. We will finish Nigeria. We will finish everybody. Baba, be smart. Some said, since Nnamdi Kanu has been held and, has been kidnapped and held by the Buhari's government, that the DOS should give an order for them to what? If you don't bring our leader out in the next 24 hours, we are going to say, come on. If there is that person that can just say, oh yeah, people go out and bring Nnamdi Kanu out of that place, and the DOS is not doing it, I will personally ask the person to please give the order now. DOS won't do it. Forget them. But that is what social media will make you believe. They sold our leader. They sold Sunday Igbo. They sold this person. They sold that person, giving credit to people, then they'll start giving names. This person, that person is a betrayer. That one is a betrayer. That one is this and that. Somebody said we should all carry gun. If you carry gun, who are you going to use the gun on? When you see soldier, you kill one. When you see, you kill two. You kill them. And then what will happen? We declare Biafra, or we declare the Dual Republic. In reality, is that even practicable? Is it? The point I'm trying to make is this. If you don't have the people, without these guns and all of that, all of you are talking about, yeah? Because the question I ask myself is this. When people said, we should be going into the houses of all these traditional rulers, we should be going into the houses of all these politicians, we should be doing this and that. And what would that then be? Give us Yoruba nation. Or give us Biafra, sharp, sharp. They would declare Biafra, sharp, sharp. Who would declare it? Well, that is not how things work in real life. Are you with me? We cannot carry our gun for self-defense. Me, I will support that. If they allow us to carry our gun, because individually, as an army, we can undo Fulani terrorists. But if Nigeria decide to commit genocide as they do, and begin to kill us, even our guns cannot save us. You know that, don't you? And that is not even an act of cowardice, okay? Don't let anybody tell you that's an act of cowardice. The act of cowardice is that to be a social media tiger that can bite but cannot, that can bark but cannot bite. A social media dog that can bark but can't bite. Don't let that freak you. It is going to be conversation first. That open of dialogue that we are asking for. We are like asking those who are there today, who are pretending that all we are talking about right now, we are just over-talking, overreacting. We are just exaggerating. Those who actually knows what's going on, but they continue to make us feel like it's not that bad and all of that. Are they the people we are expecting to open up a conversation? Of course not. But if we can keep together all of the known organization, the Middle Belt Forum, the Southern Kaduna Forum, the IPOB, the Lanomo Udua, I'm just giving you names of those that comes to my head. Okay, there are many, many organizations who are doing so many groundwork in Igbo land, in Yoruba land, talking to people. Let us identify them. Let us support them. Let's give them enough strength, muscle to push that. When you have more people who understand why Nigeria is not working and understand that except they push for something different, nothing will change. The politicians who are going to promise them elections, the politicians who are going to promise them Congo of Gary and the rest of that, the same politicians who are going to sell fear of if you ask for Yoruba nation, they will kill you. When people understand understand how to identify them and how to deal with them, the power is half won. These organizations can one day pull the political revolution that even Nigeria will have to consider what the world will be like to kill 1 million people because they are standing up, that they are tired of Nigeria. That is what I think is doable. And that is why I don't believe in this Kia God. Okay, this social media rant and all of that. This person are my enemy. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't see people as enemies. You know, I don't like seeing people as enemy. I always think that even if I disagree with people, right, I can still work with them. Right? Because yes, you disagree, to agree, to disagree, to agree, disagree, agree. As long as all those disagreements are not on personal level, they are not for your own personal reasons, right? Let disagreement be about ideas, approach, you know what I mean? Implementation, execution, and all that stuff. I like that. That's why I don't see people that I disagree with as, oh, he's my enemy. I can never talk to them. This one is Sabo. This one is this. No. If you are in a what we call this self-determination struggle, yeah, this is not a looter and all of that. Okay, when you are in this kind of generational self-determination or independence struggle, right? Ethos, the ideals. I mean, the ideal that you want to enshrine somehow, something you want to standardize, that you want others to emulate, something you want to become the nature of a country you would like to live in, something different, something, you know what I mean? So something practical. So people can tell you the approach is slow, the approach is too fast, the approach is too skewed. You know, they can complain, disagreements can come, but if those ethos and these ideals are carefully planted and people allows it to germinate, and you have an army of people who knows that even if the leader of this movement derails, the movement cannot derail, because you have enough people who know why they are part of a self-determination group. And it takes a lifetime. I mean, it takes a generation to fight and take what they want. And that can take a lifetime. Which means the hardest job of realizing Yoruba nation, the hardest job of realizing Biafra is how to continue to make our people want it. And then the ability to work together without suspecting yourselves, without the vain glory of I deserve more, you deserve more, you don't this, you know, all those things, if all this acrimony and all this, you know, rivalry and all that, because it's going to be a marathon and it is not a relay, right? So it means that when you get to that stage where you are ready to work with others and you say, hello, IPOB, this organization, that organization, are you promising that you're going to hold the East, the Niger Delta, this part for us on this also date? Yes, we are going to hold them. Our people are coming out. We have more than 2 million people who have already signed the petition that they are coming out. Yes, it's going to be a total shutdown. You don't need NLC. You don't need NLPC or whatever all those things they have in Nigeria. You can do it. It's, you know, the people who want a self-determination can stage a massive national, protests that can last for days, for weeks, and they will not have the audacity to come out and shoot and kill you. When their soldiers when they see hundreds of thousands of people coming, they won't have the power, the audacity. And if this is happening simultaneously all across the southern Nigeria, right? Even the politicians of the south that continue to be in bed with the murderous politicians of the north, they will either run to the north or join you on the street to demand for Yoruba nation, to demand for Biafra by first asking for a new constitution, something some of you don't like to hear. Nigeria, as fraudulent as it is still a formation of a fraudulent Decree 24, 1999 constitution. Until that constitution is buried, and the real people's constitution that actually represents just everyone and every clan across Nigeria genuinely still want to be part of Nigeria, except there is a document that represents that, right? You can tell me, I can tell you rather, I can tell you this for free. You will need a new constitution to break Nigeria up. And the people who are going to make that happen are never going to be those who are there now, those who are benefiting from it, those who are already preparing for swagger and the rest of that. So that is another one. So when people tell you, right, about people's power and how we can use it, I have studied how known and world protests were organized, coordinated, because the people, the demography of people who want that particular message out, and they want that drastic change that forced hands of governments to change their laws, to change their policies, to change their approach on so many fronts. In the last 5 years, I've studied all of that. I realized that the people must want it. And those who want to coordinate such, they must be at least coordinated themselves. See all this rivalry, this and that. We can't work with that one. I can't work with this one. This one, we suspect this one. We suspect that one. Divided block can never bring about whatever we are demanding for in Nigeria. I don't know if that will make any sense to you. I can sit down here and tell you about our men are ready, how people can bring gun through the border, how we can train people and fight and do all of that. But what I'm not going to tell you is that the idea of bringing gun and all of that to defend ourselves or to fight war is actually an idea of saying we will be waiting. We are not going to be fighting the war in Kanu as Southerner. Do you know that? We are not going to be fighting it. As we speak today, they put all their military hardware in southern Nigeria, especially in the southeast of Nigeria, Biafra land. All their military hardware, they put them there. So if you bring any weapon down, they will fight the war right there in Biafra land, destroy Biafra land, destroy Yoruba land. That's actually their intention. But there are ways you can actually stop them from even before they even start. If you are not together, if you don't have a real bonded organizations, people who can keep their egos, people who can listen to the heartbeat of other people who are vulnerable, people who can actually read the room, indeed, people who can lead, cool-headed people who knows what they are doing, people who can work with other people, people who can respect other people's disagreements and opinions and all of that, people who can work with people they never believed they will ever work with, they will ever agree with. Those are the kind of leadership that can then stage an upheaval, a political one that, sincerely speaking, you can actually move people to the streets. We already have an organization that can do that. And that organization is IPOB. Forget online, offline. They have the number in every community, every city, every town, village, and all that in Igbo land. They have their members there that if they call out tomorrow, that let's come out tomorrow. 1 million people, right? Genuinely well organized, they will be out in their thousands and their hundreds of thousands. But Nigeria will still want to what? Go after them and kill them simply because they can afford to divert all of their military down to kill 1 million people. Well, that would be impossible anyway. But imagine if that is happening simultaneously all across the southern Nigeria, all of the 17 state capitals, all of the major cities in those 17 states. Like you have hundreds of thousands of people on the streets asking for the same thing. Break up Nigeria now. Break up Nigeria now. Break up Nigeria now. That kind of movement, that kind of organization is vast, and it requires cooperation, respect. And I think some of us on social media should learn that. Okay? So if you have all those numbers out, their military will have to pull back. Their police will have to pull back. All the politicians will have to go into emergency meeting. International community will begin to talk. Everybody will begin to pay attention to Nigeria. The longer you stay out there, the quicker they will begin to write the new document that will, that will actually attend to all your demand. They won't kill anyone because they will not have the capacity to. If they dare that, then it becomes a big one, a big riot that could extend and expand to the rest of the country. Do you get what I mean now? But you can't do that too if you are divided. If the Igbos are not going to sit in the same room with the Yorubas, if the Ijos are not going to sit in the same room with the Benues, and if the Oyos are not going to allow the people from, Enugu to speak clearly, if you are not going to respect yourselves, if you are all going to be suspecting yourselves, meanwhile you claim to be asking for the same thing, then you can all dream on, and please, maybe you can all still hope on our brothers and sisters on social media that seems to have a date that Nigeria is going to break up. I know it's going to be a journey. I just want you all to please manage your expectation, okay? There are things that needs to happen. If they are not happening, right, we just have to continue to make sure we talk about this until they begin to happen. There are ways to get around this. But if we are not doing the work, we can't, for any reason expect a sort of a miracle in that regard. So I'm going to open my line. I haven't spoken to some of you many times. I know. But, I'm actually going to open my line. You know what? The number is on your screen, okay? Just as you're watching this video, you can like the video on your own there. And the line is open. If you check the screen, you see that number. It's a WhatsApp number. Don't call it directly, okay? Go onto your WhatsApp and call it. Then it will get through, okay? So I have, let me see if I have my first call. Hello there. Oh, the line dropped. So somebody called in just now. And yes, that is the number. When you call it, right, just know that it's a WhatsApp call. And it's always just available for the live broadcast. If you are going to be watching this video, when it is not live, if you see the video and it's not live, recorded or what have you, don't bother calling it because the line won't be available. So let's manage a little time that we have. About half an hour. I'll take calls. Okay. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Sir. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You are live. Your name, please.
Yeah, my name is Kola Julius.
Kola Julius.
Kola Julius.
Ola. I'll stick with Ola then.
Kola. Yeah, exactly.
Nice one, bro. So down. You are live.
Yeah.
Please. I don't know if you want to add to what I've said or you want to disagree with me. You have the floor.
Okay. I just want to say thank you for what you've been doing. You've been doing a great job.
Thank you.
And I've been listening to you. I usually listen carefully and I don't contribute much. So
I'm glad you are now.
Don't mind me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You've spoken well about the country, and it's so bad the way the government and those bad guys are just behaving. But I want to say that those that will trigger some things in that country, they don't stay there. That's what I want to tell you.
That we don't see
because
them.
there's this. Yeah, they don't stay there.
Oh, they don't
Those
stay
that
there.
will trigger revolution, they don't stay there. Yeah, because they get glued to the system. You get it?
I'm with you.
So what I want to say is that this encouragement, this motivation that you give people is very, very important. Their morals are down, and what do you expect in a society where the economy is down and everything is down? What do you expect? So not to waste much time, let me give other people time to talk.
Thank you so much.
You've done a good job, and you are also, you are really giving us good updates, and I pray God bless you.
And you too. Thank you so much, and you have a good evening. Okay, so that's Ola. I didn't grab where. Sorry, you want to say something there? You're saying something.
I said this is my first time speaking to you.
It is, I know, and you didn't tell me where you are calling from, by the way.
Yeah, I'm calling from Quebec, Canada.
Fantastic. You have a good evening, sir. So I have a caller. I think this is Princess, by the way. Hello. Oh, Princess. How are you?
Good evening. How are you? I'm fine, and you?
I'm very well. Thanks for asking.
Good evening.
So you meet us tonight on the program. So you're live.
Yes. Thank you, Maiyegun. Our people should know that, some people in the comment section are always like, enough of all this talking, enough of all this drama. What's the way forward? And when you started talking about the way forward now, somebody said, "Oh, Maiyegun, stop this conversation." What conversation are you stopping? Why should you stop it?
No, maybe
Maiyegun, two police officers, yeah?
I know.
Two police officers. You want to go out there and face the police, you want to go in and start killing people, you want to do this. We don't have, I've always told you, Yoruba people don't have respect for leadership and rule of law. Yoruba people are naturally like that. Nnamdi Kanu can tell people in the eastern part of Nigeria to stay at home, and they will. The clerics in the north, when these Malams, these Hausas go for prayers on Friday, they can give them instructions and they will follow it. Yoruba people do not have it.
Princess. Right.
If you have to get something in a house and you're staying like 2 streets away from that house, how do you get that thing done? We have to face reality here. Enough of the jagidi jago, jampata, magbebon, amakpawoni. How many people can you all kill? How?
Sorry, we keep having a problem with.
If we just to register a political party, just Abga party. We all know if we political party, people with that, bring up people, them, and with people that we.
Princess, see, Princess, we are having problem with your line. Like you are just breaking. I could barely hear you. You are like breaking. You know, we can't hear what you are saying clearly.
We can't do it.
I don't know what happened with that line.
The network.
It must be. It's like it's just like like that. So I'm going to let me. Yeah, you know, people may feel like, let's see, people may feel like when people ask, sorry, I think I have Yima. Yima, is that you?
Yeah, Baba.
Yima, my brother, how are you?
I did, my brother.
Just let me borrow. I'm very well, thanks. Let me borrow let me just take 2 minutes of your time, okay? I want to add something. You see, I started this broadcast by telling everyone that my approach possibly may not really appeal to you, but that if we all believe somehow how people present this self-determination and independence on social media when they turn on their cameras, you either think there is somebody somewhere that we are waiting for to declare Biafra, but that person is still delaying us. So we need to go and get that person and declare Biafra for us straight away. It's like when you listen to them on social media, you will think there are some group of people who are deliberately holding Yoruba Nation or holding Biafra. There are people who believe that on social media, but in reality, that's not how it works. If you are looking for those who are making it difficult to get Biafra, you will find all your Igbo brothers and sisters there before you find any Fulani anywhere, before you find any Yoruba there. If you are looking for those who are not interested in Yoruba Nation and they will do everything to make sure that never happens, you will see all your Yoruba brothers there, your Yoruba sisters there, before you see an Igbo man or you see an Hausa man. Now, if you think I will sit down here and tell you, we are going to crush Nigeria, we are going to deal with all the politicians, what do you think that means? That means I'm saying, go and kill people, kill them. Then if you do that, right, what would you then ask as the end result? Would that make us have a Biafra then? Or they will declare it tomorrow morning? Well, Yima, over to you.
Baba, how far, Javi?
I do.
The whole thing they tire me. When you open the line like this, I go one call, but I will just look myself and say, what do I have to say? These people are not tired of suffering. They are not tired at all of suffering. They enjoy suffering. You protest, okay, you come and say you want to do a republic, they kill you. You come and say, okay, we want Biafra, they kill you. You now come out that you want to fight for Nigeria itself.
They still kill you.
They still kill you. So what do you want? What is your purpose in life? Buhari is junketing up and down the place, borrowing money from whoever can give him money with his condo in his hand, like an Amajeri. That alone is your fault. Look at your child. Look at your child. He's going to have to pay that money one way or the other, either in slavery or in some form of or something. And you are there sitting down as if all is well. You can't travel from here to there in your country. Sometimes I don't even know what to say. I just want to even listen to other people. Whether I mean they think like this or something
don't they go shoko? I mean they get problem where they overreact or what's in they happen.
There is insecurity in the northeast, there is insecurity in the southwest. They move where will you find peace? Where? And you constantly sit down there and you think everything is okay. You are calling Sky God. Sky God will not come down and do what you are supposed to do for yourself. They teach us that from Bible school. Loboni, Ronuni. There was a day you were doing a program I was watching, and my son was lying on my lap, and you were doing as what about Adishino, who said that we should give up our land, or rather be. So you mean that my child,
your life.
You mean my child will not go back to his father's land and know where his grandfather was buried? You know his origin, just because somebody wants to graze cow around. And people are, man, to me, I don't know which I go talk again. I go just sit down, they look, they laugh. They drink my beer, they take care of my
beer. Thank you,
my
brother. Yes. How is the woman, by the way?
Oh, man, you're giving me joy every day. I wake up, brother.
Oh, bless you. I saw the picture of you too, watching Maiyegun. You
right
actually
now,
uploaded somewhere. I saw you later.
Baba, Baba, right now, you're on large screen and the guy is watching you, me and you talk now.
Hi there. Hi there, mister. Yeah. You all right?
Say hello to Maiyegun.
Hi. Hi there. Oh, bless him. So nice one, Yuma. Let me take another call.
Thank you very much,
Thank you so much. You have a good evening, okay?
Good work, man.
Nice one. You see, me, if I want to be sounding like somebody, hello there. Just a minute, please. If I want to sound pretty much like how the social media will want you to sound, somebody who is strong. Oh, you are now the leader. You are this or that. In reality, that is not how it works. I would love to be part of something big enough that I can say, I'm not a member of IPOB, so I don't really know how the organization works, okay? But let me say, as a Yoruba man, I'm a part of Ilanomo Odua now. And I can say boldly, because I work internally with them, probably, and I feel like, oh, more, if you see the work they have done, if you see the outreach, if you see this and that, then I'm so confident that, you know what I mean? So if we now say, let's build bridges among other groups who also want the same thing across the South, right? And they put a date and say, we're going to move out tomorrow. That's the kind of power I'm talking about. Not the power of, let us fight them. We need to fight. Yes, we'll fight. But fight who? When you put an army together, to fight who? Go to every barrack or go to Abuja or go where? Then declare what? Something more practical. It may not make sense to you anyway, but you know. Hello there.
Yeah, hello.
So sorry for keeping you waiting. Sorry, your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Ikwago.
Oh, my brother, Ikwago. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
Surviving. It's good to hear from you.
Yeah.
And your live.
I am so pissed off now because I don't know whether Nigeria have many people that to the extent they don't even know what to do again from their left to right. I'm so pissed off because of this our sister that died in Senegal. Could you believe that none of our people went to Senegalese embassy in Nigeria to protest against the death of an innocent lady?
Ikwagu, I have not heard about that our sister that died in Senegal. Is that a new one? Because one we were talking about.
No, not Senegal. Ivory Coast. Sorry. Ivory Coast. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's new.
Please go on.
Yeah. How come that everywhere is calm when an innocent lady who we all know her history was killed in that place, and our people cannot go to their embassy in Nigeria to protest and request the ambassador or whoever is there to give an account of what happened to that lady? However, I don't know what has gone wrong that we cannot even protest for our own. We cannot even protest against people who are oppressing us in another country. We cannot protest against people who are killing us in Nigeria. We cannot protest against anything again. We are so scared. I saw this lady.
Ikwagu, sorry to cut you. Sorry. Talking about our people not responding, right? From what I said from the beginning, when I said how our people are receiving the message of how Nigeria is treating them is affecting how they are responding. This is what I mean. Oh, when people feel like if anything happened to you, that's your problem, not mine, because it's not happening to me. So it will not ginger them to actually react that, oh, what if that happened to me? So Nigeria, same way, when you talk about the self-determination, right? How can people find this so difficult to understand that this Nigeria is not working and deserves to actually change or even get your own country? Is because they are not attached in any way to it. Could be because of how we are giving the message offline. Because if not, a Nigerian got maltreated in Ivory Coast that way. You, from far away Asia, you are reacting to it right now. But in Nigeria, it's just like any other day.
It's so painful that they have made a lot of, even no country in Africa treats Nigeria like human being now. I saw a video a few minutes ago that people went to tourism in Namibia. They immediately showed their passport that it was a Nigeria passport. They held them there since on 18th of November for no reason, no crime, no nothing at all, just because they are Nigerians. I saw that. Nigeria is a cause to all of us. And the earlier we realize it, the better. Nigerian passport is a cause. The name Nigeria is a cause. I wanted to share a story with you, but let me keep it some other day.
If you have the time, share it, Ikwagu, because I've actually taken much of your time. So share it briefly.
A police officer stopped me on the road. A police officer stopped me on the road here someday last month, asked me, "Are you a Nigerian?" I said, "No, I'm not a Nigerian." He said, "Where are you from?" I said, "I am not a Nigerian." Do you understand? He said, "Okay, can I see your passport?" I said, "I don't have any reason to show you my passport. I have not committed any crime. I have not done anything wrong. There's no crime here. So what you're doing now is harassment." He was like, "If you're Nigerian, if you're not Nigerian, let me see your passport." He did not ask me if I'm a Ghanaian, if I'm from Ivory Coast, if I'm from Liberia. He asked me if I'm a Nigerian. Had he been and showed him my passport, the story would have changed. One thing what I did was that I videoed them. When I was doing, they have to leave because it was harassment. I did not commit any crime. So that Nigerian passport is a cause. The name Nigeria is a cause to all of us. And the earlier we realize this thing, the better for us. Nigeria will never do you any good. Nigeria will never do you any good. You can be busy getting people who are saying that Nigeria is done and gone forever. You are wasting your time. Nigeria. How can people who denied your father his own yesterday, deny your own yesterday, deny you today? How can they promise you that they will make the future better for you?
For your
you
children.
Don't have your present. They are promising you for the future. What happened to now? They denied you now. All of us are abroad here suffering, not because we don't want to stay home. It's because there's nothing there for us. And you're loving Nigeria from abroad, telling people that don't worry, Nigeria is working. You are in abroad, 247 electricity, and Nigeria is working in darkness. Nigeria is gone and gone forever. The earlier we wake up, the better for all of us. And for it to know the case, Mayuka, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I listened to this lady. What is her name again? That Nigeria will take action. Take action on what? You did not take action when this lady was alive. You have all the reports on your desk. You have your ambassador there representing Nigeria. You did not do anything. What are the family going to do with the corpse of that lady? They want to eat the corpse or what? She was alive, pleading with Nigeria to come for her aid. None of these parasites went there to rescue her. Now she's dead. They are coming up to make statements. What kind of statement is that? I expected Nigeria to go to Ivory Coast Embassy and demand for an immediate investigation and immediate answer to what happened to that lady. They killed her. I don't care. They killed her. There's nothing like that or whatever. They killed her there because she's a Nigerian. Nigeria has happened to her. And if you keep silent, all of us listening now, if you keep silent on what is going on in Nigeria, Nigeria will happen to you too. It has happened to me. That's why I'm here. It could happen to any other person.
Thank you.
The earlier we realize it, the better. Thank you, Maiyegun General. Thank you very much.
You stay safe, Baba. Okay, nice one. So I have another caller tonight. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Oh no. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, Princess, I got you back.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to your line earlier. It was like so cracky.
Nigerian network has been like that. You can't talk to anybody. After like the first 3-5 minutes, they start messing up.
Oh dear. Maybe we should use it. We should use it clearly. Yeah, we should use it now. That is pretty much clear. Please complete your your statement.
Yeah, I was trying to say to people that they've all been complaining about us talking on social media. Now you came up with something that if we have people that could come up with, something like telling people to come out, 10 million people should come out from southern Nigeria and occupy the street. If we can get someone to do that, we'll achieve a revolution very fast. we can do that. If we can get someone to do that.
Because
you know,
princess, why I actually said that was that we don't have anybody in government. We did not elect them. Most of us who are championing Yoruba Nation or Biafra, right? We have no political influence on those who are there calling themselves governor, senator as we speak. Now, since we are not going to go and vote, if we don't want to vote, that means then we must do the homework, the grassroots mobilization. And organizations can then link themselves together in the South and say, we will force the hand of those political office holders to do what we want by staging a protest. But if you don't have that, and we don't have the political influence, then our journey is long, princess, in reality.
If we don't have that political allies that can do that, then get into politics yourself. You know, get your people in there. Have people that will push our agenda there. Not sitting around and thinking you're going to carry guns. 2 police officers will kill 140 people right here, right now. A majority of these people carrying guns, they're talking about taking guns, going in to kill all back. Living in the country. So you can start taken by and it is going as empowered to do, it will do it for you. Jesus went to the people around the stones. That can do the stones. Lazarus from the dead.
Oh no, Nigeria network.
Not do it for you. He has empowered that. Do that. So let's all be wise and wait. Right. Oh my God.
Princess, we will be practical. That's the point. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, we should.
Thanks a lot. I'll take this other call. Hello there.
Hello.
Oh, finally, I got you back, sir. Good evening, sir.
How are you, Maiyegun? Long time.
I am very well. How are you, sir?
Well done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. I listened to what you are saying tonight. Yeah, it's right. Because I told a lot of people that the struggle of dismembering nations is a marathon and it's not a relay.
It's not.
So, and anybody that is thinking tomorrow, that is going to happen tomorrow morning, say, okay, I will declare do a nation tomorrow. So it's not going to happen that way.
No,
because
it doesn't work that way.
Because you are fighting a system which is being entrenched. They got money and weapons. So they have the power and the authority, constitutional authority power.
Yes.
To monopolize the violence as they want.
That's right.
Okay? Yes. But I still maintain my stand by saying it should take a fool to think Nigeria will still remain together in the next 7 to 10 years. And I will explain.
Please, sir.
Okay? Nigeria will press a reset button to destroy itself. And I will tell you, see, let me tell you something. People, human beings are animals. We are just higher animals. Okay? And we need the resources to survive. A country like Nigeria now, the resources of Nigeria is becoming shrinking every single minute.
Depleted.
Then that's right. Then the populations, the fertility rate in Nigeria is growing by 4.7 to 5%. The way that when you have BIMO, all right, now is growing. The water and the land, which is the main resources that human beings need, is becoming shrinking. Okay, then the politicians are becoming more greedy. Now, you don't need a soothsayer to tell you that system will press a reset button. Now, let me give a very good example.
Please, sir.
Now, you see, Nigeria now, we import, despite we extract crude oil. But in Nigeria, as a nation, we need to cough out minimum of $437 million, up to $500 million, to go and import petroleum products to Nigeria every month. Now they are shouting. Now Dangote is bringing his refining oil ahead. Now, do you know what happened? Do you know what all these crooks, all these bandits in power, you know what they did?
Sir.
Now, what they did is that because they know that $500 million, maybe in 2 years' time or 2 years' time, is going to be part of Nigeria, part of Nigeria money for ordinary people. They convert it to naira for ordinary people to survive, for education and for some other things.
Yep.
You know what they did now? What they are doing now? They are creating bureaucracy toward that money that's coming. You know what they set up? Yoruba, they set up Southwest. They call it Southwest Commissions, Northwest Commissions, Northeast Commissions, Southeast Development Commissions. They just wanted to create
like the NDDC.
That's right. They are
going to be the bureau stop shop for the money before they even get to wherever they should get to.
Just create a lot of forces to consume all those things, and that is why I'm pity ordinary Nigerians. I pity them. Those people who are still following these people to continue following them to validate these elections. I really pity them. Please don't follow them. Katakata is going to burst because these people, like Barrister Farotimi said in his book, he said, "Don't fight their war. Let these two guys don't die in their war." And then, me, I always before I read his book, I always put it this way: don't fight in my own way. I always say, don't fight their war. Fight your own war, like you always said as well. Pick your own war and fight it.
That's right.
Okay, so don't fight this rough war that is coming, because the truth of the matter is that the Northerners, by 2023, they are not going to relinquish power to the Southerners. Maiyegun, ask yourself, by the time another Northerner get there in 2023, now that one now shows all the Southerners and the Middle Belt. Let's say forget about the Middle Belt, because when they start this Alewa thing, you will see them there. I don't talk about them. They line up there. I'm talking about Southerners now. We will now remain slaves in our own father's land forever. So, and that is a reset button that India is going to press.
Which is,
to destroy itself.
Sir, yes. If we have people, if we have people who are so detailed, like yourselves now, right? We can have them in every community, for example, in Yoruba land. People who can talk to 10, 20, 50 people and tell them just so explicitly like yourself, right? I mean, so clearly. And we continue to repeat that. Do you know that if we get to a stage where we're like, no, it's time, enough is enough, we're going to shut down Yoruba land tomorrow. It will not be difficult for people to come out because they will know why they are coming out. For example, what you have just told us now. And that's what I said about our own next line of action. Something we should do. Call it our own new job.
But Maiyegun, you see, that's what I said to you. That's what I said to you, that this job you guys are doing, you understand? This is a fantastic job you guys are doing, because we need to continue enlightening our people.
That's right.
Okay? You know, I told you that these people who are entrenched, they have monopoly of violence with the power of authority. Okay? Now, all of us that we are talking all these type of things, we don't have it. Okay? So we can only terrorize them. All right? So, and these people in power in Nigeria, they are worse and dangerous than bandits. Okay?
That's
so
right.
what we need to continue doing? Okay, you look at it when Sunday Igboho, Chief Sunday Igboho is doing through Ilanoma Yoruba, when they are doing this awareness campaign.
You
understand? You will see millions of people. Do you see a rat die?
No.
Until when they wanted to do this Lagos one, this Olori Buruku Tinubu, and then you will see, I'm still warning Tinubu. I'm not his friend. I'm not whatever, but I love him. That's why I'm saying this to him. This matter of presidency, Tinubu will die on top. I don't know why Tinubu doesn't know the history. Please, Tinubu, listen. And you said yesterday, you are talking about swagger. Swagger. This guy is going to use Yoruba name. You know, I said to you before that Tinubu is trying to blackmail Yoruba people into that elections of 2023.
And they are doing overtime on it. Many Yoruba Obas are already blackmailing Yorubas that any Yoruba that doesn't support Tinubu for 2023 is that person is enemy of Yoruba land. I mean, Kabiyesi are saying that already.
And that is where the danger is. That's where the danger is. I said to you, the Biafra, the Biafra and the Yoruba people, the Biafra and the Yoruba people.
So
I want to say this one to all of us now clearly. This war or this struggle can be easy if we unite now. If Yoruba people unite now and come out with one voice. If Igbo people unite now and come up with one voice, it's going to be easy. But if we don't, these people will slaughter all of us, and the day of catastrophe is very near. Maiyegun, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your time tonight. Once again,
right,
let me take my last call tonight before I go, and I'm going to see you some other time. Okay. Well, hello there. Hello there.
Tonight before I go, I'm going to see you. Oh, Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
I greet you.
I greet you too, sir.
This is Dino. This is Dino.
Ghana.
Dino from Ghana.
You are a regular now, sir. So yeah, how are you?
Thank you. And this one we say I go be your last caller. That question I won't come out to.
Yeah, please ask me. I mean, if I have to use the rest of my minutes to explain your question, I'll be glad. Please fire.
Okay. My question is, I will say there are two. One, with our judiciary system, like the lawyers, the judges, what are they doing? What is their stake on this thing? Because so far is Baba Falano that I've been seeing like he has been doing a lot of things, seminars, all sorts of things. So what are their, what are they, where are they standing? What are they doing? Yes, because from what you've just said and from what the last caller said and so many others that we shouldn't die in their war. But to get this thing also done, we need people like this, the judicial system, the people,
especially
the legal system. Then after them, let's move to our obas, because something is clear that these people, we don't have the military might to face government.
No.
Yes, but in this case, with our obas, which we know, just like what you said and the last caller, they are trying to manipulate us, they are blackmailing us. Can't we stand on them if we can't fight the politicians? Because like this, I don't think the Northerners, they are politicians, they are doing the thing according to their people's wish. If maybe probably their emir, their whatever, they are not standing on their foot. I saw some video today. Earlier, Tinubu, I don't know when that was, like when the date had Tinubu bowing for the, is it the emir or one of the?
No, it's Dan Tata. Dan Tata. Hold on. I'll show you. Dino, you are talking about this video.
Okay.
Yeah? Watch your screen. That's the video. The one that Tinubu.
Yes.
Continue. You want to say something about that? Continue, Dino.
Yes. So, and I'm sure, and there's so many occasions that he has been in the Yoruba land with the kings and all sort of that. I don't think it can bow for even kings, not to talk of ordinary elders in Yoruba. But for we the masses, me, I believe if we can get these our obas, 2 of them or 3 of them, because none of them is supporting us in any way. If we can't fight the politicians, the government, what about the people in our communities, which is our oba? That's why I say it's a question. If, for instance, maybe we march to them, can the government also bring military?
No, it's not
to the people who they are protecting.
The military. See, it's not actually the military. The military is military, police, and all of that. Yeah, they are like secondary. Okay. What happened is that the obas don't have any political power to make anything happen, but they can influence. Right? They can influence people who have the political will, right? But those who have the political will, they themselves have compromise on them, whereby they would rather defend Nigeria than defend the people. So that makes it 2-1. Yeah. So the only way, killing them or attacking any king or taking anybody or going after politicians, like some of them who have police, they have people that are protecting them, Abi. No. Going after them won't change anything. Going after them will make us criminals, right? Now, when that makes us criminals, it will still not give us what we want. If you kill one, they will appoint person to replace him tomorrow. If you kill a king, because he doesn't support Yoruba nation, the politicians will appoint another person to be another king next week. They will do coronation. And that person will be answering to them again. Right? But what we are saying is that there are other ways. You said something about the judges now, the lawyers and all of that, right? Indeed, we can influence those areas. You see, a case of breaking up of a country.
Because you know why I raised this thing? You know why I raised this topic? From our government, from my observation so far is this, is that if we should ask about the Ilanomo Udua and all these people, they will tell you they've been doing this self-determination for 20 years, blah, blah, blah. Until probably Nnamdi Kanu from maybe, is it 2012 or 2014? Yeah. And now should I say early this year or last year, Sunday Igbo, it's like this, our government seems to afraid or seems to listen to the physical, to the something that threatens them.
That is spontaneous like that. But you know one thing,
do you understand?
Yeah, you know one thing, yes. You know one thing is this. When we did that, we forced them to respond, okay? And in their response, they responded with violence, right?
With violence.
We know that we don't have the same violence like them. We don't have the same violent power like them. You can't fight government, okay? Now, what we have now realized is that instead of fighting them that way, we ourselves who have the influence to influence people and talk to people, if we can manage to get people on our side, right? For example, when they shot and keep people at Oloye Sunday Igboho's house, right? Imagine if Ilanomo Odua and other organizations in Yoruba land, if they have like 60 to 70% acceptance of all the Yorubas in Yoruba land, home and abroad, and the following day they call for a protest of 5 million people across Yoruba land and 1 million people from each state, do you think we'll be afraid of any soldier coming out or police? They will be the one afraid of us. So now that we have realized that they will use violence on us, that's why I'm now suggesting that what if we win the people on our side? When people have reasons to go out.
Ogami. That one you go long go. You know why? You know why? In a long journey, my brother, poverty there for that country. Nothing this government are using to capitalize on people. With being poor mind, bro, is going to be hard.
It is.
That's because you will see someone like you, if you are talking to me, and I should come to my common sense that this man is okay. Probably I don't have anything. It's okay. But my response to you, you'll be like, man, I'm trying to help you. I get like where I do.
I know.
So, because the poverty I'm talking about,
that is actually the job. The job that makes you feel like, why am I even like trying to convince you? I'm trying to help you now. See you are still doing agidi, doing that. Yeah, I'm trying to, you know what? That's the job. Because eventually, when you have enough people who can talk like you, right? They are not rich, they are not this, they are not that, but they are speaking passionately about why Yoruba nation should stand, about why Nigeria should break. And you yourself, you become so impressed that, oh boy, this person got just convinced me. Even me say, I support Yoruba nation. I am even more convinced to support Yoruba nation. When you have that kind of people in different communities in Yoruba land, right? That the likes of Tifnumbu and gang cannot recruit them for swagger. You know me, as me and you are talking today.
You know why another trouble with we the Yoruba people?
Tell me.
There's one brother of mine, right, that I respect so much with everything. But when it comes out, what he was telling me is that, look, with Chivolo is on Igbo, if he had gone ahead to the Barakpa to stop all the Fulani, is cool. But bringing Yoruba nation, no election 2023, that is what he doesn't like, is war, is blah, 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 blah. He should have left it for Professor Kimbanji to do the decision. So, to me, it's like, that is we the Yoruba. We like to capitalize on people. And that's to look for people's mistake rather. Like, you must find it now. Now, bro, look at Professor Banji Akintoye. Despite his calmness, despite his everything we can name, what are these Ilanomo are doing? It means no matter what, people will still find something to nail one another. Do you understand my point now?
100%.
Yeah, it's like that, and I want to talk like a bit of a Yoruba man. That's what I say. I wish that this is an ordinary eye. Because if these people could be, imagine, accusing a 86-year-old man. If they could be accusing of 86-year-old man, then please, who is going to lead this war? Who is going to lead this race for us? That things will not get contradicted as time goes on.
Well, we have to keep trying, right? Dino, it's been a pleasure talking to you, by the way, right? Thank you so much. I will add some few things to what I've said so far, okay? And I'm glad that you actually engaged me in that part tonight. It's important because so many people feel the same way as well, okay? But thank you, Baba. You have a good evening, okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Now, what I have been saying is this. We can choose to be violent. But what that would do is simply just going to hurt some people who you probably consider, even some of them would never hurt you. But because they are part of the system that has hurt you so bad, or hurt somebody you know. You can hold a king, you can do that, you can do whatever you think you want to do to a king that will make you a criminal. But it's never going to stop the rotten system in Nigeria to use the instrument of government to also fight back and go after innocent people. So it's just going to be like a catch-22. It's never going to bring anything about. Somebody said, maybe that will get their attention. The only attention it's going to get is that it's going to bring more violence. Now, for those who have been caught up in it already, telling them about non-violence won't make any sense. I understand. But at the same time, we said something about infiltrating system itself. We have people who have a family, yeah, who are members of the armed forces, who are members of the police, right? We have people who are friends. You have, you You can infiltrate these ranks. You can sponsor people to obtain forms into getting into their armed forces, into their police force, into all these places. Monitor their progress within that place. Get them to high rank positions and what have you. This can be like what the Israeli would do if they are going for something that is rightly theirs. If it's going to take them 10 years, if it's going to take them 20 years, they put all this structure in place. You see, those who are tormenting Nigeria today, the structure they are using to torment Nigeria today, the power they are using to torment Nigeria today, they started planting that since 1970. 1970s, when Sheikh Gumi's father told them about the jihad, that the Northern Nigeria will need to fight at some point. So they took over the military. They planted their people in the military, planted them in the judiciary, planted them in the police, planted them in the custom, immigration, planted them in every institution that really matters, and then got them grown into decision-making positions of these organizations. And at the end of the day, everybody now says, well, the Northern Nigeria, they control everything. Why won't they? They started it then. So if you want to break away, if you want to break Nigeria, there are some infiltrations that are going to happen. That is going to take a long time. Of course, it's going to take a long time. Oh, this can take us, like what Alagbaola told us. He said he strongly believe that Nigeria will break in the next. It will break up in the next 7 to 10 years. Nigeria won't remain what it is now in the next 7 to 10 years. I agree, but a journey of that period, yeah, requires a lot too. And when we say infiltrate, you see me, I'm talking now. I'm just talking like freely. There are organizations that information like this really matters to. When they see people getting recruited into the Nigeria police, they will sponsor them. When they see them getting recruited into the military, they will sponsor them. They ensure that they quickly rise in ranks, so that when the time comes for Nigeria to send military to go and fight those who wants to discuss independence, those who wants to have their own Yoruba nation, have their own Oduduwa Republic, or have their own Biafra, you will find that in the rank and file of their military, in the rank and file of their intelligence community, in the rank and file of their police, you already have your people there who are already pro-Yoruba nation, pro-Biafra. Now, same thing goes into the political circle. I told somebody tonight and I said, you see, if to say we have organized a well-organized self-determination groups, right? Like those that have that strong reach, that wide reach, and Nigeria is actually a country, right? You can infiltrate the political system by turning their politicians against the system they were meant to defend. Yes, it is possible. Is it not just Nigerian politicians? Yes, if you have the real money and you have the right people who can walk into them and make them do what they won't do. Oyinbos will walk to Nigeria, walk into your assembly, walk into any office and all of that, bribe them in there, and they will make them sign away your destiny as a country, sign away your resources, sign away everything that could make life better for you for peanuts. Your politicians. Why can't lobbyists? Why can't a self-determination group bring in all those who they believe can be outspoken? Yeah, I mean, you know how you can actually get them to do what you want? Yeah? If you have real money, you can infiltrate their ranks. All these politicians are criminals. You can dig up a debt on them. You can approach them one-on-one and tell them, I want you to do something for us. And we have about 300 of your colleagues who are ready to do the same thing for us. We want you to move a motion tomorrow in the National Assembly, on the floor of the Senate. We want you to move that motion for the breakup of Nigeria. If you don't, we have all this, we have that, we have that, we have this that can happen to you. Not just yourself, including all your business interests. All those money you think you're saving, you've saved somewhere. All these things can be used, and you can even use money to entice them. All these kind of ideas, all these kind of approaches, they are surprises that can upset the system. Now, if you can't sponsor people into politics, you can buy them when they join their politics. Give them the idea of what you want them to promote. They will sell Nigeria off if the price is right. Why can't those of us who want a Yoruba nation, who want a Oduduwa Republic, infiltrate their ranks? You can infiltrate the ranks of even the northern politicians. All these people, yes, you can infiltrate their ranks, and you make them do your bidding. At some point, the reason why they are loyal to those who want one Nigeria is because those who want one Nigeria are the people who are sponsoring their elections. So if you don't want to be part of their election, that's another strategy that can break the system from within. The third one is the hardest part, and is actually the strongest part as well. Let the people want it. If the people want Biafra, if the people want to do a republic, if you do your own work so well, we can stage a shutdown. A shutdown that is not going to be like, it's never going to be anything you've seen before. My solutions, all of these solutions may not make any sense to you, but they are worth considering. They are worth reviewing, and they possibly will help you to understand that a journey of getting independence for a country is not through a proclamation. It's not through a pronouncement. It is not a dated, there's something that people just pronounce and say out. No, there's a lot that goes into it. Ojukwu traveled to Aburi in Ghana 3 times. The last one they had, the last meeting they had, right? They had an agreement. It was a done deal when Gowon returned to Nigeria, and they told people, guess what? What was the Aburi agreement? The Aburi agreement was that the Biafrans will have to be on their own, even though they will still be part of Nigeria. They won't be a country, but they will be an autonomous region of Eastern Nigeria, whereby they could have their own constitution, have their own regiment of soldiers. They could have their own central bank. They could have their own economy. They could run their own things, and they can partner with Nigeria on other things. When Gowon returned to Nigeria, and then his secretary explained to him what the Aburi Accord means. The Aburi Accord means that Gowon is not the president of the entire Nigeria. Ojukwu is the president of the Eastern Nigeria. Gowon will only be the president of Northern Nigeria and Western Nigeria. That for agreeing to Aburi Accord, Ojukwu has shot himself on the foot. Ojukwu has passed, Ojukwu. Gowon, for agreeing to Aburi Accord, that Gowon has shot himself on the foot, that Gowon has practically ceded his power to Ojukwu, and the Were Gowon decided that no, we are not agreeing to Aburi Accord. That was what led to the Biafran War. It was a gentleman agreement that people eventually found a way to avoid war, but it was after Gowon returned to Nigeria, they explained the meaning of Aburi Accord to him. That was when they said no. And they declared war. And Ojukwu declared Biafra straight up. And Gowon declared war. And that was what happened. So if my ideas are not sensible to you, right? At least I tried my best to present them to the best of my own understanding. And for those who knows that independence for a country, whether you start with conversation, negotiation, and you resolve it, or you ended up in a war, you're still going to come back to negotiate. Yes, there are many ways. And I hope those who have come out repeatedly to tell us that they have done so much about Biafra, they have done so much about Oduduwa Republic movement and everything. We want to see more. We want to see a day that all of you will walk hand in hand, and you can lead us, and you can call for this 10 million, 20 million man march, something that will shake the earth, something that will shake Nigeria, shake those who believe that the Nigerian unity is non-negotiable, something that will put all those people who claim to be our representatives from Yoruba land, from Igbo land, from southern Nigeria, it will put them off their comfort zone. But we are not there yet, all right? And I can tell you again, no one is going to pronounce Biafra. Nobody is going to pronounce Yoruba nation. It is we that will take it when we are ready. Thank you so much for your time. And I'm going to see you some other time. To everyone who called in, thanks for your contribution. My friends on YouTube, yes, since the time changed, our broadcast time has lapsed. So many people have to miss the broadcast. So many people have to catch up late and all that, but we'll deal with that some other time. So give me a like under that video, share it, and I'm going to see you some other time. Stay safe and good night.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bíjó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Tí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré.